Hello, am I audible?
Hello, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
hi, good morning.
Very good morning, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, ma'am. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Oh, I'm also doing good. Thank you so much for asking. Right, so this is our first class together, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your name is Tabish, or do you pronounce it differently?
Yes,
Okay, Tabish.
Tavish.
R-
Yes, ma'am.
right, right. So, Tabish, could you tell me a little bit about yourself? Give me a short introduction so that I can know you better.
Sure, ma'am. My name is Tavish. I'm from Uttar Pradesh. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a student of Master of Science.
Okay.
And if I talk about my hobbies, so I love to play cricket.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays I don't get time to
Mm-hmm.
play.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but whenever I get time to
Hmm.
play, then I love to play cricket.
Right.
It's all
That's
about it.
wonderful. That's wonderful. And right now you are studying, you said, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, okay. That's wonderful. Where are you studying right now?
Right now I'm at home. At,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
Like, yeah, okay,
uh,
okay. Yeah, so which university are you attending right now?
uh, from Maharaja Suheldev State University, Azamgarh.
Okay, oh, okay, great, amazing. Okay, so yes, now before I give you my introduction as well, I'll do that very soon. Could you tell me what are the
Yes, ma'am.
problems you're facing when it comes to speaking in English? What made you join this platform?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, my problem is that when I speak, so
Hmm.
I fumble and sometimes I didn't get to appropriate words to use
Hmm.
in my
Hmm.
conversation. And
Hmm.
uh, biggest challenge for me that when I have to make long sentence
Hmm.
uh, where I face problem
Right.
to
Okay.
use appropriate conjunctions, yeah,
Hmm.
and
Right.
some conditional sentences,
Hmm.
causative sentences. So where I face
Hmm. Right.
challenges.
Okay, okay,
Yes,
of course. So we will take all of those into account, and what I'll do is when we start talking on the topic for the day, I'll make some
yes,
notes on the mistakes that you might be making grammatically. Now, fumbling and
yes, ma'am.
stuttering and all of this, these are not exactly grammatical issues, right? So this I will give you certain
Yes,
tips at the end to kind of work on those, but my primary objective while you speak would be to see if you are making mistakes grammar wise or vocabulary wise. If
yes,
you are making
yes,
any mistake, or as you said, you are finding problems with placing conjunctions or positioning other kinds of other elements in the sentence, I will take a look at that, what are the
yes,
problems that are happening. And at the end of the session I'll have
yes,
5 minutes where I will tell you the feedback, like what have you, maybe where
yes,
have you made mistakes in, and how you can kind of help yourself out of it. And I'll also give you some general tips and tricks to help you with
yes,
your
ma'am. Yes,
English communication skills.
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so yeah, that would be my
Yes,
objective in the throughout the conversation that we have today. But before that, as I said, I'll give you a short introduction about myself. So I'm
yes,
Ananya, and I am from Kolkata, West Bengal, and I have
yes,
just recently post graduated from JNU. I used to study English over there as well, and I'll be starting my PhD soon. And I have been working as a communication expert and an English language teacher since the last 5 years, 5.5 years almost. And I really like to meet new people and talk and have conversations, and throughout through those conversations helping people out with English or whatever doubts they might be having about grammar or communication skills in general, because I at one point of time also faced a lot of problems with these issues: stammering, stuttering, fumbling, not getting the
yes,
exact word that I want to say. And I know that it feels how it feels embarrassing at times, it feels like frustrating at times to not be able to use a language in the way that I would like to. So I would definitely try to help you out with the tips and tricks that I used for myself, and obviously any other personal tips that you might require for your
yes,
skills. Okay, all right.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so that's all
And
about
one
me.
thing, ma'am,
Yeah,
one thing,
yeah, yeah.
one thing, while conversing, I make mistakes, like
Hmm.
where I have to use past tense.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
sometimes I use uh, present tense, and
Hmm.
sometimes I mix both.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
but I know that what to use where, but while conversing, uh,
Yeah,
I am
yeah,
not able to
yeah,
use
yeah.
proper
That
tenses.
happens.
Yes.
That happens. Because maybe do you read or write in English too as much as you speak?
Actually, ma'am, nowadays I just watch English
Hmm.
content like
Hmm.
conversational videos, speeches, interviews, but I don't read so much.
Yeah, okay. So this is where the problem basically lies. You'll one have to read, and even more than reading at times, you'll have to write. Because why this happens, this tense mix up or anything? Because when you are speaking, you don't. Our brains are not synced in from the very beginning, right? So we don't know
Yes,
when to use present tense, when to use past tense. So we just say whatever comes to our mouth, whatever our brains say that this is the right thing to say. So afterwards,
yes,
maybe after the conversation is over or whatever, you think that, oh God, that should have been present tense. I used past tense. Or, I mixed up the
yes,
tenses. In one sentence, I used both the tenses. So you will understand it after you have already spoken. But then it is of no benefit, right? You have already said what you said and you couldn't
yes,
correct it. Like the idea is
yes,
that your brain should spontaneously tell you that this is wrong and then you correct it then and there. But if it
yes,
tells you
yes,
like after 5 minutes that, okay, whatever you said was wrong, then it is of no benefit. So that's when writing actually
yes,
comes into help, because when you write, you will be able to see that what are the mistakes that I am making. So when you see the
yes,
mistakes, you will be able to, if you have written, say, got in one place and then eat in another place in the same sentence, uh, I got
yes,
the cake and eat it later. Then it's wrong, right? Because past and present cannot
yes,
go together in the same sentence. So when you write, you will be
yes,
able to see, okay, I have used both the tenses, I have mixed up the tenses, and this is not correct. So that is where you have to correct it and tell your brain that this is how you correct myself when I speak. You have
yes,
to condition your brain. So that's why writing is very
yes,
important. Try to write 5 6 lines every day, if not more,
yes,
just
ma'am.
on anything. Take
Okay.
any topic, and like if you take some 10 specific topic, like for example my most favorite memory from my childhood, then it would always be in
Yes,
past tense. Everything would be in past tense. So write everything
yes,
in
ma'am.
past tense and see if I can write everything in past tense, or if I'm mixing up the tenses. That is very important. Okay,
Yes,
so try to do
yes,
that.
ma'am.
And reading also, as I said, is
Yes,
important. Listening is
definitely,
obviously
definitely, I
important.
will do. Yeah, I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
do this.
Absolutely. And try to read as well, because when you read from writers who know their
Yes,
language,
ma'am.
who know the grammar, you will see your brain will basically
Yes.
adjust to the language. You'll have to adjust your brain,
Actually,
nothing else. Yeah.
actually, ma'am, I'm able to write. I
Hmm.
can write,
Yeah.
but uh, I cannot speak
Yeah.
fluently.
That
And
will come.
whenever I,
That will come.
yeah,
Yeah,
try
that
to
will
speak,
come.
so I make mistakes.
You
Yeah.
are quite fluent, Tabish. Let me tell you. This is like you are saying that you are not fluent. This is the kind of fluency many people actually aspire to have. I'm not saying that this is like
Yes.
100% or something. You obviously know your potential.
Yes,
You know
ma'am.
that you can do better. But this is quite fluent. Don't worry
Yes.
about fluency or anything. Worry about the tenses and everything, as I said, because those are the
Yes.
basics that you have to work on. The fluency, the anxiety, the fumbling, everything will go away. Trust me. That is a matter of practice time. That will go away, but try to
Yes, ma'am.
get your basics right first. Okay, so that would be my feedback
Yes,
before
ma'am.
you start. Right, okay, so
Okay.
do you have any other question or should we start?
No, ma'am. We can start.
Right. Okay, so the topic for the day is obviously social media, as you might have seen. So what do
Yes,
you think
social media.
about social media? Yeah, what do you understand from social media?
And social media nowadays, it is become very important things in our
Hmm.
life,
Hmm.
uh, because through social media we can connect with each other, uh,
Hmm.
no matter where we are, uh, but we can connect within a second
Right.
through social media. And sometimes we use it in educational
Hmm.
in education purpose. So that time it is also very beneficial for us. uh,
Hmm.
Sometimes we create a group for study purpose,
Hmm.
where we can discuss any topic.
Right.
And yes, ma'am. And sometimes you can ask any question through social media.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Correct.
yeah, and you can get uh, answer of that questions
Hmm.
immediately. uh, these all the things, ma'am, social media, I think.
Right, right. So, can you give me some examples of social media platforms?
Like, ma'am, nowadays WhatsApp is
Hmm. Yeah.
very popular for studies, for connecting
Right.
with people. Yeah.
Hmm. Right.
Like nowadays I also use WhatsApp for practice English.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, i i uh, i joined some group for
Right.
WhatsApp,
Hmm.
where I call someone and practice speaking English. So
Very good.
these are advantages of social media.
Right, right. Absolutely. That's correct. Now, you mentioned that social media platforms are very important for educational enhancement nowadays.
Yes.
So, could you tell me what is your opinion on the role of social media in education?
Yes, ma'am. Like social media, when uh, co- uh, in India, COVID-19, when
Hmm.
COVID-19
Hmm.
came. So
Hmm.
after that, we realized that social media role. And
Right.
yeah, in COVID-19, we all conduct classes online classes, where we
Yes.
join classes. So of uh, it is only possible because of social media. So
Right.
I think social media is uh, uh, play biggest role in our
Hmm.
education. Uh,
Hmm.
yes.
Right. Right. Very good. Now, are social media sites productivity killers? What do you think?
Ma'am, actually, these questions I couldn't able to understand.
Okay,
So,
no problem.
what is the meaning
Yeah.
of it?
You know what productivity is? Productivity, when you are being productive, productivity means, when you are doing something useful, when you are, doing something that is required, something that has some, efficiency, some use. Being productive
Hmm.
means being useful, basically. So productivity
Yes,
killers, what would productivity killers mean? Productivity killers would mean anything that kills or that destroys productivity or that destroys usefulness. So if I say,
yes,
do you think social media platforms are productivity killers? I mean that, do you think social media platforms like, say, Facebook, Instagram, do they harm a person's
yes,
productivity or skills, or their, basically their usefulness as people? Do you think that they are on social media all the time, they're not doing anything productive? So when we scroll through Facebook, we're not doing anything useful. And many people actually have this
yes,
addiction to social media platforms, so they do that all the
yes,
time, all day, and not do anything at all useful throughout the day. So do you think that is true,
yes,
or
ma'am.
do you think they're not productivity killers? Whatever people are doing, it's for their mental health or, well-being, to just distract themselves from their mundane work every day. So, what do you think, basically?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, it can be productive killers for
Hmm.
those person who who become addictive of
Hmm.
this. Like
Right.
sometimes we keep scrolling, like
Hmm.
hours and hours. So that is the, I think that is uh, bad thing. And because of we become addictive. So
Hmm.
that's why we do this. And
Right.
many people use it in a wrong way. So uh, for those people, it can be productive killers. But
Right.
there are many people who use it in a uh, right way. So
Right.
uh, there are many people who become millionaires through social media.
Yes.
So these all are things I think it's all depend on how you use it.
Right. Absolutely. Now, what are the main advantages and disadvantages of using social media, you think?
I think through social media nowadays we connect globally, and
Okay.
we uh, represent ourselves
Hmm.
from anywhere. And uh, nowadays social media is a uh, become a platform of searching job,
Hmm.
and many
Right.
people search job on social media, and
Right.
they
Yes.
even they get job as well. And
Hmm.
uh, I think there is one biggest thing. Uh, Many social
Hmm.
media users, uh,
Hmm.
they use it as a income source. Their income source
Right.
become they become influencer.
Hmm.
So I think this is the biggest role.
Right. And what are the disadvantages of social media?
Disadvantages is that like uh, many people are become addictive so much
Hmm.
of this, and
Hmm.
they uh, keeps they keep scrolling all day, like
Right.
reels, like
Hmm.
yeah, uh, useless things they
Yeah.
use on social media.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that this is the biggest disadvantages,
Right. Right.
where
Great.
we waste our time.
Right, absolutely. Now, my last question would be, what do you think? Because you mentioned quite a number of times that people use social media platforms as a source of income. So, what do you think is the role of social media platforms in digital marketing or in enhancing the products that you want to sell or attracting customers to your services or to your products?
So,
Yeah.
actually, through social media,
Hmm.
digital marketing is like one example. Like uh, how did I came to know about English Yari?
Hmm. Yes.
Because of social media. So
Hmm.
there is digital marketing. Whenever we want to sell
Hmm.
something, so
Yeah.
we can uh, create ad
Hmm.
uh, and campaign it
Hmm.
through social media, and it
Right.
reach lots of people, and
Absolutely.
then
Yeah.
they came to know about uh, your product, and they
Hmm.
buy. So
Right.
I think digital marketing is a it is a possible because of social media.
Right. Right. Absolutely. That's correct. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing all that with me. You gave a lot of very, very good answers. You brought a lot of good points to the table, all of which are really,
Thank
really
you.
good signs of of a thinker and someone who's
Yeah.
thinking, someone who's contemplating what to say, and someone who knows what he's saying basically. And I really
Yes.
liked the fact that you, when you did not understand a certain phrase, you asked me what it means instead of just
Yes.
trying to just blabber on with something that you don't know about. So thank you so much for doing that as well. But as I said, that I have taken down some notes that I think that you're making
Yes, ma'am.
mistakes in. Not a lot, but yeah, there were certain things which I want you to be careful about from the next time, and see where you can go after this. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay. So at the very beginning, you said it is become. Okay. Either you say it
ma'am.
becomes, or with is basically you have to use it in a continuous form. It is becoming. If there is
Yes.
another verb after that. Otherwise, is in
Yes, ma'am.
itself is a verb. It's the form of be,
Yes,
which is state of being. So it is a fat rat. That is okay. Then you don't have to say anything after that. But if you are using another verb after it, it has to be in continuous tense. Otherwise, you just say it becomes.
continuous. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it
Okay.
becomes or it became. Then you said it is important things. It is an important thing. It is an important. If you are saying
Okay.
it, then it should be thing, not it and things. They things it thing.
Yes.
Okay. Then
Yes.
use it in educational purposes, for educational purposes. Any word with
For
purpose,
education.
basically, the preposition used should be for and not in or
For.
any other.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Then
Yes.
you said that I use WhatsApp for practice English, for practicing English. After for, it should
For
always be
practicing.
ing.
Okay.
Yeah, for practicing.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you said that we don't we have realized the social media role. That many people actually use this, but this is incorrect. You should always say we realize the role of social media. Okay, we
We
realize
realize the
the
role
role
of
of
social media.
social media.
Okay.
Yes, not social media role.
Okay.
Then you said social media play. Social media is a singular term. It's a singular noun. So you should say
Yeah.
social media plays. Okay?
Plays.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Then you said peoples. Peoples is wrong. Okay? It should be people.
Okay.
People. People in itself
Okay.
is a collective noun. So people.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you said it's all depends. Either you say it all depends with no s after it, or you say it's all dependent. If it is it is, then it should be dependent. If there is no is, you say it all depends. Okay.
Okay.
So be very careful. Sometimes when we say it, we our tongue basically takes it to its as well.
Yes, ma'am.
But your the word that follows it should be something that is kind of aligned with it or its whatever it is. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Then you said one biggest thing. So the problem with this is biggest is something, or any superlative adjective is something that is one in number, something that is
Yes.
the biggest thing, basically one thing, the
The
biggest. So
biggest.
any superlative adjective would begin with the biggest thing, the
Okay. The
largest river,
biggest.
or whatever. Yeah, so it cannot be one
Okay.
biggest thing, because if it's one, then it would mean that there are other biggest things, but that is technically incorrect. Biggest is the only one, the only one which is the biggest, basically. So you say one
Okay.
big thing or the biggest thing, any of that. Okay, because
Yes.
yeah, I think yeah, then also, so you have to be a little careful with this plural singular thing, because you when you are talking about the biggest disadvantages of social media as well, you gave a lot of points, but you said the biggest disadvantage, and then you give like 2 3 points, then you
Yes.
have to say the biggest disadvantages are. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Then you said as a income source. Before I, the article should be as an income source. Okay.
As.
Yeah, and the
Okay.
last one would be how did I came to know? With did, with do, we cannot use past tense. How did I come to
Okay.
know? Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, these are the problems that I thought you faced. You did not mess up a lot with tenses, which is a good thing, because that's where most
Yes.
problems happen. But you'll have to be very careful about the singular plural nouns
Yes.
and
Yes.
verbs. Okay, and just try to go through a grammar book or
Okay,
whatever
ma'am.
is. Okay.
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
you have any question that I can
Sometimes,
help you with? Yeah.
sometimes I know all these things how to use it, but
Yeah.
what happened with me uh, while conversing, I could not realize that
Yeah, yeah. Not yeah.
what I am using. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
that is the reason.
I mean, it's pretty normal that this will happen, because this is the
Yes,
stage of learning a language. Your brain is not
yes,
synced yet to understand the
yes,
problems that are happening. That's why I told you that read and write more. Condition your brain into
yes,
understanding the mistakes. Otherwise, the brain won't tell
yes,
you that this is a mistake, or you won't be able to. It has to become a muscle memory. So you'll have to
yes,
condition your brain. So read something, write something. You are listening. That's very good. Listening to English, watch English movies as much as you can, whatever you want to do, but do it
yes,
more so that your
yes,
brain kind of gets accustomed. Okay.
yes,
Otherwise,
ma'am.
don't worry. This is
Yes,
your fifth session, I can see, so it's not a
yes, ma'am.
problem. You'll get
Yeah.
over this soon.
Actually,
Just keep on
fourth one.
practicing.
Actually,
Yeah.
fourth one I couldn't
Oh.
attend.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
some, yeah,
Okay.
some
No. No.
reason
No
was
problem.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. No problem.
Yes,
Just keep on practicing. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Of
And
course.
yeah,
Thank you.
you'll do good. Don't worry. And I hope that we'll meet again with another topic.
Of course, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so
Thank
much,
you so
ma'am.
much. I hope that you had a fruitful conversation with me, and we'll meet soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a good day.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.